So for funsies, I thought we'd switch it up a little bit. The last few weeks, I've been talking quite a lot about South African politics and how South Africa is just absolutely getting slaughtered by their own leaders. Just to be fair, South Africa is going down, and yes, it's really bad, but it's all because of the leaders just being absolute dog poo. And there's a lot more that we can cover about South Africa, but I thought we'd switch it up a little and move to America, where it seems like things are really starting to heat up. Hi, Aklon here. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Please consider hitting the like button and also commenting on the video, because the new YouTube algorithm sucks and it really doesn't want to tell people that new videos are out. So you'd be doing me a great favor. Anyways, enjoy the video. Bye. Now, all of you should know of the LA riots that is currently happening, because apparently on the side of the left, one of the ways in which you can deal with your political opponents is if you don't get your way, and you really want to get your way because you're a little child in an adult body that's never been told no in your entire life, because corporal punishment, of course, was outlawed, so you were never spanked as a child. One of the ways in which you deal with not getting your way is to just burn things down and make the country ungovernable until such time that everyone acquiesces to your requests. So all of these riots have been happening. It's sort of a throwback to the Summer of Love. You have the media on the one side continuously saying this is mostly peaceful protests, even as you have cars burning, you have businesses being set on fire. And this time around, Trump rightfully isn't standing for it. You see, it is my personal opinion that Trump learned from the 2018-2019 riots. He learned that the governors of these states, they're not going to stop these protests. You see, because these protests work in their favor. They can shift and twist these protests into a way of getting people to vote for what will end the riots. This very much happened in 2018-2019 as America was burning. I truly believe that a lot of Americans went to the polls in 2020 sort of with this mindset of just stop the riots, just to end the riots. Fine, we'll vote for whoever you want us to vote for. Just stop burning America down. And of course, you already have this, right? This is the mayor of Los Angeles basically saying,
we need to stop the raids. This should not be happening in our city. It is not warranted, and the only thing it does is contribute to chaos.
So the problem isn't the actual riots. The problem, of course, isn't that American left-wing Nazis are burning down the country. No. That's not the problem. The problem is the raids. It's the fact that the Trump administration and the federal government is doing what the people voted for, to get rid of illegal immigrants. You have it here, where again, the LA mayor...
I just have to say that if you dial back time and go to Friday, if immigration raids had not happened here, we would not have the disorder that would...
In other words, if it wasn't illegal to murder people, we wouldn't see all of these murders. Because then it would just be people dying sort of randomly by being shot by stuff. But it's murder because it's illegal. Well. I mean, can you... this is unhinged, you see, but this is exactly it. In 2018-2019, Trump thought that the governors and the mayors of these states and cities would actually react. They would actually respond, and they would try to fix it because they wouldn't want to see their cities burning down. Trump now knows that that is not the play. The play is to let this continue, because the longer this continues for, the more ordinary normie Americans will start to turn against Trump, because not because they hate Trump, not because they think what Trump is doing is bad, but because they just want the riots to stop. They just want people to stop burning down their businesses, burning down their cars. And I do have to say, I don't believe any of this is organic. There's been a lot of reports that these riots may indeed not be organic. With all of that aside, whether these were organic raids or whether there is some kind of organization behind it, which I actually believe that there is organization. If you look at a lot of the riots and a lot of the protests, they're highly organized. They're highly sort of disciplined. They know exactly what they want to go for and how they want to do it. And it's always interesting to me how mass looting immediately follows these riots, right? They start the riots and then mass looting, because the whole point is to cause as much economic chaos and economic disaster as is humanly possible. What is nice, though, is seeing that the Trump administration is just going, we're not backing down. We're not stopping. We will arrest every last one of you. Trump is sending in the National Guard. Now, of course, this plays directly against what Gavin Newsom and the mayor of Los Angeles want. What's very interesting is the fact that you would argue that these people want to put an end to these riots, to this destruction within their cities, and Trump sending in the National Guard is doing exactly that. Instead, Gavin Newsom and the mayor of Los Angeles had the opposite sort of take on it. They believe that this is a declaration of war on California by the sitting president of the United States of America. I would like to remind people that the president of the United States of America has every right to arrest and deal with illegal aliens. Immigration is a federal issue, not a state's issue. And so Trump and the ICE sort of department, or the Department of ICE, have every right to move into whichever state they want and to arrest illegals that do not belong in said states. It's interesting when you look at the Democrats and how they respond, and you kind of have to ask yourself, why? Right? We're consistently told that illegal aliens don't vote in elections. Illegal aliens have no effect on the outcome of elections. And yet, whenever it comes to the removal of these illegal criminals, and yes, they are criminals. If someone enters a country, I don't care if it's a mother of five that's just living her life and maybe cleaning the restaurants. The moment you step over that line, right, that divides one country from another without papers, you are a criminal. It's why it's called illegal immigration. You could have legally come in, you didn't, and now you're going to get deported for it. So I personally completely support Donald Trump and the Trump administration in their fight against these illegal aliens. But then, of course, you have things like this, and I think that's the thing that bothers me most, is you have people like this on CNN basically saying that, no, California is part of Mexico, and therefore California will not stand for this.
I'm from LA. I was born in LA. That's where my roots are. That's where I started my career. It is almost 50% Hispanic. Remember that California was part of Mexico. All of the Southwest is Mexico. So
was part, sure, that's historical. But then the next line is Mexican, right? In other words, hands off Trump. We may be part of the United States of America, but we are in fact not part of the United States of America. We're Mexican. Now, again, you can have whichever take you want and you can believe or disagree, but fundamentally, California is a state in the United States of America, and as such, Trump has every right to go. But of course, Gavin Newsom, not to be outdone by anyone, then starts just making shit up, right? So he goes and he says the president of the United States just called for the arrest of a sitting governor. Listen for yourself.
Tom Holman to come and arrest him. Did he do it? I would do it if I was Tom. I didn't say Gavin.
They're asking Trump, like, Tom, the director of ICE, is threatening to arrest Gavin Newsom. Now, why is he threatening to arrest Gavin Newsom? The border czar of, which is quite fun, but Tom Homan, right? I just love the fact that he's called the border czar. But Tom Homan isn't threatening to arrest Gavin Newsom. He is, however, warning him that if he interferes with the immigration laws being enforced by ICE, as is the federal mandate to do so, he will be arrested because you are effectively interfering with a federal investigation with federal matters that you, as the governor, have no right to interfere in. So he's not saying, well, we'll just arrest you because you disagree. He's laying down very clear laws and very clear lines. And if you are the sitting governor of California, you should know that that will be the repercussions if you continue down this road of protecting it. Trump, of course, is simply saying, yeah, like if Gavin Newsom interferes with us in any way, shape, or form, I would arrest him. And you can look at Trump's face, right? He's just finding this super funny.
He's done a terrible job.
The audio is really bad, I know.
I like Gavin Newsom. He's a nice guy, but he's grossly incompetent. Everybody knows All you have to do is look at the little railroad he's building.
Trump is just absolutely scorching him. And Gavin Newsom, I think he knows that Trump isn't actually calling for his arrest. Because you hear it there. Trump going, I like Gavin Newsom, but he is wholly incompetent, which he is. And I would like to say, if Gavin Newsom continues down this road, and if he doesn't bring his state under control, the argument very easily can be made that he is behind this. And then if he is acting illegally and criminally, he can absolutely be arrested. No governor is above the law, as they continuously remind us. And here you have him again. I won't play the video because I'm quite frankly bored of hearing his voice. But here you have him again. Again, basically coming out and saying, hey, guys, he wants to arrest me. How dare he? And he makes it so, it's actually insane. He makes it so dramatic. He's like, oh, who said that? What dictator? From what history period? I don't want to sound hyperbolic or melodramatic. And it's like, dude, you are melodramatic. Like, no one said that you're going to be arrested. They said that if you interfere with immigration matters, you will be arrested, as is the right of the federal government to do. No one can interfere with federal business, and this is federal business. End of discussion. Fundamentally, these riots, I think I support Trump fully in getting rid of every illegal immigrant in America. I don't care if you're a mother of 3, a mother of 5, a mother of 10. I don't care if you're the nicest old lady in the world. If you are in America illegally, you have been given every single option to leave. Every single option. Trump even said that if you turn yourself in, they'll help you come back into the country on an expedited process. Right? So Trump is doing everything in his power to get people to leave peacefully and then help peaceful, ordinary, law-abiding citizens to return to America. So if now you're being caught, you are a criminal and you should be deported. I don't give a crap about, oh, but they're just trying to live their lives. They can go live their lives in the country of their origins, considering at these riots, they're consistently flying flags that have nothing to do with the American flag and burning American flags, which I actually would argue, grab every single person that even remotely looks as if they're donning a flag from another country and just send them to that country. I don't even care if they're American citizens or not. Clearly, they want to be in that country, so get them out and send them to that country. Or just send all of the protesters to El Salvador and let El Salvador figure out whether they're criminals or not. This is insane. It's truly insane to see how the left is reacting to the government doing what the government is supposed to do, which is enforce the law of the land. But of course, the left doesn't want the law to be enforced because the left itself is wholly a fascist movement. End of discussion. And anyone who doesn't think that simply doesn't know what fascism is or what it means. Anyway, so let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about all of this. Do you agree with Trump? Do you disagree with Trump? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, hit the like if you like, the dislike if you didn't, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Peace.